Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. We are here to talk about how you can actually make money in real estate right now, how you can find the right real estate agent. How do you identify what the right type of product for you is? What's the right type of loan? Maybe you're a first-time home buyer. Should you get an FHA loan? Should you get a conventional loan? Maybe you could look at USDA financing, 100% financing in some areas. What's the difference? What are the benefits? What are the drawbacks? Which one fits you better? Because it's not one size fits all. How do you know which one's better? The one that works best for your needs. Your needs are different than the next door neighbor. Your needs are different than the lady that's sitting in the cubicle next to you. We're all a little different. So we have to look at what product is best for you. Now, the advantages to a conventional loan may be if you have high credit scores, like you got really good credit scores north of, say, 750, 740, then a conventional loan may be the best deal for you. Should you put 3% down, 5% as a first-time home buyer? If you have 20%, is it better to put 20% down than it is to put 3 or 5% down? That all depends on you. It depends on what works best for you. So let's just put this in perspective. Let's just say you're a first-time home buyer and you are barely scraping enough money to come up with a down payment. What's the best loan to get? Generally a 3% down conventional or a 3.5% FHA. Now, I like the FHA loan a little better, even if your scores are good. Why? Because the interest rates are lower. What's the downside to an FHA loan? The mortgage insurance is a little bit higher. But if the interest rate's lower, why would I go FHA and put 3.5% versus 3% on a conventional loan? Because on a conventional loan, the most a seller can pay toward your closing costs is 3%. Or on FHA, they could pay up to 6%. So that gives me an opportunity, if you can get the 6%, to negotiate the closing costs being paid from the seller. Why do you want to do that? Because then I can take their money and buy your rate down. Now, listen, sellers, I'm telling you right now, this is money for you too. Money, because you're not negotiating correctly. Here's how you do it. Put your house on the market. Let's say it's worth $400,000. You come in there, you're willing to take maybe 390, 385. Okay. Let's just say that I'd walk away with 385. If I can get 95% of my ask price, is pretty generally acceptable. Okay. But let's just say you do that. And if you're a buyer, you go, you know what? A guy wants 400. I'm going to negotiate, and you get it for 385. Okay. You got 15 grand off. Now, how much do you think you saved out of pocket at 385 versus 400? Okay. How much do you think you really saved out of pocket? Okay. Because let's just put this in perspective. $15,000 is how much you reduced the price by, but you're putting 3.5% down. That means your out of pocket savings was $525. How do you like that? 525. You drop the price by 15. Now your payment's going to be about $65, $70 cheaper. I'm going to tell you that, but you save $525. Now let's do it a different way. Give the guy the $400,000 and get $15,000 paid toward your closing costs. Now you're into the deal with 3.5%. 3.5%. And you can take that money that he paid 15 grand toward your closing costs, wipe out all your closing costs, buy your interest rate down. You may even have enough money left over to do like a 2-1 buy down or something. So these are the ways you have to properly negotiate based on your needs. Now, do I need to do that if you're putting 25% down on a house? No, that's not the same way I'm going to strategize. This is strategery, my friends. George Bush strategery. This is what that is. You want my help? That's why people come to me. Now, you can go to the Rocket. You can call them. You can go to your credit union. There you go. Go to your credit union. Get a mortgage over there. They got great deals on your credit union. I hear it. Oh, my credit union's got a good deal. You know what? That's great. That's really good. They got a great deal. They got the same deal everybody else has. They all got, listen, mortgage-backed securities are mortgage-backed securities. Nobody's got a better deal than anybody else. The fact of the matter is, who do you have working for you? You can choose me, or you can choose the bank teller at your credit union. Now, I can tell you this much. Your bank teller at your credit union, they don't even they couldn't hold a candle to my assistance when it comes to knowledge of guidelines. The knowledge of guidelines is so important. It's so important because that's why people get into trouble. They talk to a loan officer that doesn't know what they're doing. I got a guy right now. I've done 4 or 5 mortgages from him. He calls me up the other day. He goes, Bruce, I happened to shop the mortgage estimate that you gave me, and I got a way better deal going over this with this other guy. I said, you got to be kidding me. Let me take a look at it. He's buying a duplex on a DSCR and putting 20% down. Conventional won't even do it. Like, you can't even do the Fannie Mae wants 25% down. But this guy quoted him 20% down on a conventional loan at 7.125 with no points. And I said, that's a pretty damn good deal. I got to tell you, that's a better deal than I got. Problem is, it's not the type of loan you think you're getting. If you want that conventional loan, then give me your company profit and loss statement, your company tax returns for the last 2 years. You need a CPA letter if you're taking any money out of your company. You need the tax returns on personal, corporate, bank statements, personal, corporate. You got to have it all. You want to do that? Go ahead and do it. Now, aren't you the same guy that was showing all those write-offs? Yes, you were. That loan won't work for you. That's why I didn't do that loan for you. But he had to go around in circles and think that I was charging him extra money when he was comparing apples with bananas. It's not the same thing. Look at, I got every loan program you can have. There isn't a lender out there or a broker that's beating me. How could they beat me? My production is, I looked up this guy. I have the ability to look at every realtor's volume, how many buy side, sell side. I can look up any loan officer's volume. I know how many loans they did, what type of loans they did. I know all of it. I got all the data. I got it all. So I got all the data to know what every company is quoting in interest rate. So I know when a client calls me, if they go, my credit union quoted me 2.5% on a 30-year fixed rate. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I know what they got. That's what I'm in the business of doing. I'm not in the business of being a high-priced lender and still be one of the top producers in the entire nation. How could you do that? You can't do that. You got to get people a good deal, and you got to give them value. You got to give people value. Here's my value. My phone number is available to you. Tampa, 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009. Or go to webringyouhome.com. Or you can call me now in Orlando at 407-706-3313 on WDBO. 407-706-3313 WDBO. webringyouhome.com. I'm the loan arranger. I'm here to make sure that I look out for your best interest, because sometimes you're not sure where your best interest really even are. So you got somebody you can count on. And listen, I can tell you this much. There will never be a day in the history of my life where I will take advantage of a client. Not once. As a matter of fact, more often than not, it's the other way around. It's even similar when I look at my history of the people that I've hired over the years. My wife and I were sitting on our back porch having a glass of wine the other day, and we looked at some of the people that have worked for us in the past. We were talking about a lady that worked for me for 15 years and then quit because she didn't like the direction that I was taking my business in, which was a positive direction, but she didn't like it because it was inconvenient for her. And she quit with no notice. I wouldn't fire a person with no notice. I wouldn't do it. I look out for your family. I look out at my employees as being my family. You're relying on me to take care of you. I got to give you a paycheck. I've never not given my employees a paycheck. I've never said, hold the paycheck for 2 weeks before it clears. Never happened in 36 years. Not going to happen tomorrow. I care about my employees. I care about my clients. I don't want my clients to be taken advantage. Last thing I need you to do is go on and give me a bad slur about me taking advantage of somebody. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Here's what you get. You get me. You get my full team, an army of team. Like when you get a mortgage from me, I got one person gathering your pay stubs, W-2s, one person helping me structure it. I'm looking at it in a committee. We're structuring this, moving that, move that over here, do that, get that document, get rid of that document. And that's how I'm doing it. Then once your loan's under contract or your rate's locked in for a refi, you go to my secondary team and they're ordering your title work, getting the appraisal ordered, getting it all prepared to look pretty to go to an underwriter. Then I get it into my closing department. My closing department's amazing. And then we close it. And guess what? I keep most of my mortgages, 90% of them. You want to go to a mortgage broker? Here's what you get. You get a person that can't do the loan themselves, so they have to send it somewhere else. They cannot even send the disclosures. You're going to get them from the original bank. They can't order the appraisal themselves. It's got to be ordered through the original bank. It's going to be underwritten from the original bank, not them. It's going to be funded by that bank, not them. And then it's going to be sold somewhere in the secondary market to God knows who. Do you want that? Or do you want simple? You want direct? You want in-house? The Loan Arranger, 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. Listen to me on my YouTube page. Go to YouTube. Please go to my YouTube page of Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger, and subscribe. Helps me out. Gets me up there stronger in the views. Let me know what you like about this show, what you don't like about this show. I want to know what value I bring to the table. Am I bringing any value to you? Do you just listen to me because you got nothing else to do? Are you entertained by this? Do you find that I'm giving you value? Do you think I'm helping you, your employees, your coworkers, your kids, your grandkids, yourself, refinances, purchase? Do you think I'm here to help you? If you do, I want you to let me know. I want you to let me know, why do you listen to this show? What is it that you care about that keeps you coming back to me time and time again? I want to know what it is, because I want to deliver more of that to you. And you got to remember, I'm not a professional talk show host. I'm a professional mortgage lender. That's what I am. I'm the best mortgage lender that you will ever find. And I don't say that because I brag. I say that because I made a commitment to you and to my family that if I was going to do this, when I got started in this business in 1988, before I even had kids, I said, I want to be the best I can be. So I've studied, I learned, I know the market, I know the bond market, I know movements in the market, I know trends in the market, I know every loan program. There's very few things that people can stump me on in this business. Why? Because you need somebody that has that knowledge. And at the end of the day, there's only a couple things I do really good. One's mortgages, and I drive a boat pretty good. And I can shoot pretty good too. I'm a good shot. So those three things, other than that, I can drink whiskey pretty good too. 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. For my boners out there, you can call me anytime. Listen, I want to take just a second to be able to tell you that if you are listening to WDBO on Sundays, my last show will be on May 17th. I'm considering whether I should quit that show on Sundays and just stay with Saturday, but I need you to know that that's my intention. If you're listening to this show on WDBO, call me and tell me why you listen to it and if I should stay on this show, because I don't get the phone calls from you on Sundays that I do on my show on Saturdays. So I'm debating whether I should keep this show or not. Tell me now, because I'm getting ready to wrap it up. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. And I want to make sure that I'm always delivering value to you. So you let me know. I will be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Radio.